Hello guys. Welcome to our channel.
没错.
没错.
It's been a while, bro.
没错.
Long time no see.
Welcome to the Lemon family. What is this? Okay, so today's video is another English video. Is it cool?
You need to speak the English.
So I want to share you guys, because a lot of people ask me, how did I learn English? But my English is not very good. I just wanted to tell you. He always making fun of my English.
But right now I'm just interpreting. This is sign language for you people who cannot hear.
So today's video, we're gonna share with you. Share with you what did I say wrong when I first came to US. I remember the first time I went shopping. Schools, like the grocery shop. I was sick when I first came here because I didn't know Americans are so cold. I didn't mean the weather. The AC was so strong everywhere.
Oh,
in summer, it's like 39, like 40 Celsius outside. As soon as you walk into the library or classroom, you're like so cold.
It's great.
It's so cold.
It's
you
great.
need to bring jacket, literally. You need to bring jacket everywhere.
A lot of our restaurants turn the AC up really high so it's really cold. So that you finish eating and you're like, let's get out of here, it's so cold. And then people come in and out really fast so they can get more people in. Long fei. It's very important.
Very long fei. So I was sick when I first came here, and me and my friend, my roommate, so we went to get some tissues to blow my nose. I asked the staff, like the cashier, I was like, do you have napkins? So he brought me this, and I was like, no, I mean napkins to blow your nose, So
this is what she wanted.
Kleenex. So he told me if you are buying tissues, that called Kleenex. Kleenex is a brand for the tissue, but it's like because it's been a long time, so people just call it Kleenex. So this is called napkins. Like if you go to a restaurant, you ask for napkins, they're not bringing you this. This is paper towel. So that's my first experience that buying stuff in the grocery store.
Such a dope story.
So the other day, me and my roommate decided to eat out. We were walking around the campus and we saw an Italian restaurant.
All the waiters and waitresses are walking around. Do you want the pasta?
So usually if you eat outside, server will come to serve you.
You just sit down and then the employee walks over to your table, and I feel like that's everywhere.
The first thing they ask you, what do you like to drink? So we said water. They literally bring us like an ice, this big cup of water, half of with ice. Chinese people don't drink cold water, ice water.
I don't like it either. But most of America likes tons of ice. The drink has to be almost frozen, so cold. They fill the whole cup up with ice and then put the water in, which is only like this much water because there's so much ice taking up the room. So when you order just a water, you have to say water, no ice. Tai long.
And after we ate, so my friend remind me to tip them.
You have to.
We don't usually tip in China.
The employees at restaurants here only get paid like half of what everyone else gets paid hourly. Not even. They get paid like $3, and then the minimum
$3.75 in here.
Yeah, so they have to make their money on tips. And so if you don't tip at a restaurant or you tip really poorly, you deserve to be slapped. You need you need to tip. It's your obligation.
If you go to a bigger city, you eating at a nice restaurant and you didn't tip and you walk away, the waiter literally will come to your car and knock your window like, you forgot to tip me.
You have to pay 15% at least. Some waiters work too hard for that tip. They're coming to your table like every 10 seconds. They're like, do you need anything else with this? And you're like, no thanks, I'm good. And they're like, okay. They walk around, turn around immediately, come back. Did you say something? You're like, no, just let me eat my food. They're like, okay, walk away. You go to take a bite and they're there again. You're like, ah!
I know, some people do that. Because I used to get so annoying. People come to my table, like ask, do you need anything else?
These people that go eat at restaurants, they always need something every 15 seconds. So middle-aged people will be like, oh, I need extra dressing. And as soon as they walked away, they're like, oh, wait, I also need this and a new fork. And they're like, okay. They go back, they bring it to your table and they're like, oh, now I need this. And it's like, dude, this waiter has 6 other tables she needs to take care of, but she's like having to go back and forth to this one needy table, and that's like almost every middle-aged. I used to be a server, and oh man, it made me hate people. If I could have worn this hat while being a server, it would have been just great, because it was so true. I was just hating people.
No, this too, leave me alone. There's another thing is, when you're ordering drinks on Starbucks.
Shinbaku.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Stop with the foot! They're just like, whose foot is this?
People will ask you, how are you?
And I say, it's none of your business, buzz off!
Because if you're ordering food in China and you're like, I want this and that, so no one will ask you, how are you? And sometimes they literally will talk a long time, like before you ordering food.
That was me at the bank yesterday. Oh, I went to the bank and I was just trying to get some change for a $20 bill. And the lady in front of me was just like, oh, what's your last name? Richard, is that French? That sounds wonderful. Are you French? Did you live in France? Were you born in America? That's great. How's your family? Do you have a family? Wouldn't shut up, and I'm behind her just holding a 20 going, please, move.
Because I feel like American, not like everywhere, maybe not like bigger city, but...
Yeah, New York people, oh gosh, if you're like, how are you? They'll say, mind your business. Go home.
Our slower than like bigger cities, so people are so friendly. I don't know how to respond to people, how
just
are
say,
you?
Good, I hope you... I figured it out. Because usually they go, hey, how are you? And you have to say, I'm doing well. How are you? But that's a question. That means they have to respond. Mm-hmm. So what I always say is, I'm fine, I hope you're doing good. I tell them how I think they should be. And then they're just like, So it's like, hi, how are you? I'm good, I hope you are. They're like, I figured it out. I did it. Because the gas station, they always want to keep talking.
I feel like American people are so nice. They literally will smile to you.
Is that weird?
When you're walking outside. Yeah. It's weird. If you do this in China, like you walking by a stranger and you like, how are you? Like, oh, people will think that you're creepy. Like, are you trying to steal my kid?
That sounds like my boss. My boss had her baby in the Sephora in the mall, and some old lady was just like looking at her baby, smiling. Because old people love babies, but she's just smiling at my boss's baby, and my boss is from New York. She goes, what you looking at my baby for? You gonna try to steal him? And security had to come and like take my boss out of the store.
Yeah. When I first shopping at Walmart, there was a girl was like, I wear a really cute shirt.
Staring at
and
you.
She's like, oh, I like your shirt. Where did you get it? And I was like, in China. And they're like, wow, awesome. Okay, American people literally talk like that. Literally, they're like,
they put on a fake voice.
Okay, if you want to pretend you're a white girl or like you living here a long time, when you meet people, you literally have
your voice has to go way up here.
How are you? Like, that's awesome.
Oh my God.
That's how you talk. If you first came to America to study, like in college, like me, you will make some mistakes, but that's fine because all our English is learned from textbook. Because you didn't get a chance to talk to like native English speakers.
So I was learning a language, and then obviously we're studying from the textbooks. But when I actually spoke what I learned to someone that speaks French, they're like, you're talking like an old person, because the textbooks are like 15 years old, and the language evolves so fast, especially American. I mean, I'm sure other languages do too, but we always come up with new words that no one's gonna know unless they hear it. You're not gonna read it from a textbook. So the best way to learn to swim is to get thrown into the water. So like when you're around native speakers, you learn so much faster. So much faster.
Yeah.
Just like even when her parents came over here, I was constantly like, what does that mean? What? And I'm Googling how to say these things. I learned so much Chinese just from being around her family, because the only way to talk to them was in Chinese.
The old textbook, the first lesson always is like, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. So if you literally ask any Chinese, like, how are you? They're gonna say, I'm fine, thank you. I'm not kidding. I recommend an English app for you so you can learn authentic English outside the textbook. This app is called Cambly. They have tutors for 24 hours that you can call anytime.
So if you're thinking about coming to America to study, definitely recommend using this app, because you can already have like a preconceived idea of what America is actually like, instead of just thinking that America's all fat people on scooters. You can have a pretty good idea of what life here is going to be like, how living in an apartment will be, what real interactions look like with other people, so that you don't feel so isolated, like you can't make friends and talk to people because you don't know how to communicate properly. I would definitely recommend this app to people who are planning on coming here, so that they can at least learn how to introduce themselves, talk with people to make friends, because it's very important to have friends.
Yeah.
Alright, so don't be nervous about talking to a stranger on the computer. They talk to a lot of people every day. They're really just trying to figure out how well you can already speak English and then help you along. So we're gonna jump on here and you guys can see our conversation, and hopefully you'll learn a little bit on what this app can provide.
Does people ask you weird questions?
Sometimes, not really? Too much, but mostly what you get is someone from the Middle East saying, "How old are you?"
Yeah.
That's right. So in their culture, to be very upfront, and what we would say is a bit brash, is acceptable and normal. But to Western culture, it's not really appropriate to ask someone their age. When I'm teaching English, I will say, look, because you're learning English, I need to tell you this. In English, to speaking to someone from a Western country who speaks English, you shouldn't ask them their age.
I don't speak English very well. How would I go about ordering in America? Like, what would be the first questions I'm asked, and then later on?
Typically, if the waitress comes over, you'll have like a greeting, like, "Oh, hello, how are you today? I'm fine." Like small chat, like, "Oh, have you been busy?" And then depending on your needs, I would usually ask sometimes like, "Oh, what is your special today?" Some restaurants have like a special dish or a special menu. Another thing which I always do is I would always ask, "What would you recommend?" And then the waiter, waitress, I would recommend this, or they will ask you, "What do you like?" So that would be like the ordering. And then when you're actually ordering things, you would be like you said, so I would like number 3, number 6, number 4. I would like. You can say I want, but it's a bit
rude.
It's a bit rude and a bit informal. So it's I would like is definitely better. And then also another one. Can I have some ketchup? Which is okay. May I have some ketchup, please? It's a little bit more polite, because it's always nice. It's always nice to be polite to your waitresses.
You don't want them spitting in your food. They control your food at that moment.
If you need another drink, or if you want some more food, obviously raise your hand and try and catch their attention. Never shout. They would raise your hand.
Snaps. Can you believe that? Could you imagine snapping at your waiter? Oh my God.
I'm a very kind and patient person. If someone snaps their fingers at me, I would have to say to them, "Don't snap your fingers at me." Hence probably why I'm not a waiter.
In China, they ask, "Have you eaten?" That's their like, "Hey, how are you?" They go, "Have you eaten?"
In England, it's pretty much the same as America. Like you have obviously your casual and your formal and your informal. So like, "How are you today?" Then like more casual, like, "How you been?" or "Are you all right, mate?"
If you don't have the opportunity to be around native speakers of English, this is a really good opportunity to learn how we really speak, and not from textbooks like, "Oh, hello, how are you? I'm doing great." Like, we don't say that. That's boring.
We have a code for this app. It's Hello Tina.
Is it going to be here?
Yeah, over
Put it in
here.
between my hands.
Okay, Hello Tina. So you can have a 15 minutes free
trial. So use the code, get your free 15 minutes, and even if that's all you do, you just got 15 minutes free of an English class.
Yeah, at least try it. At least try it. It can help you a lot. So that's today's video. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you're doing good on your school and your work.
Good luck learning English so that you can be dope like you already are. You guys are dope.
Dope. Me.
Gang signs, bro.
Okay, bye-bye. See you next time. So,
today we're playing Minecraft. That would be a fun video. You guys want to watch me play Minecraft on my channel?
The one that you never post any video?
Put your tongue.
Ew.